Well, hi, welcome back to the workshop. Today we're going to make a little toolbox. You can either do it for kids or you can do it for yourself if you need an extra little carrier for plumbing or even regular tools. But we're going to just make it out of pine. And I'm going to do a separate video where can show the kids how to put the piece together. So if you want to cut up a couple of these, give them as gifts, then it usually will make a really nice gift and the kids will get involved as well. All right, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is take this 1x10 and square up the end, and then we'll cut it into 7-inch sections. I'm just going to do the whole board so that way I have plenty of material to work with. This is just pine that I got from Home Depot. All right, so now we have some 1x6, and I'm going to cut these into 15 3/4 inches long. How did I decide that? Was basically I measured whatever my usual hammer is and figured out I want to have that fit in there. If you want to make the children's one a little shorter, you can, but we're going to make these 15 3/4. All right, so we have our two end pieces cut, and we have our middle pieces cut as well. We're going to start with the end pieces, and we'll form a top for them, and then we'll create an angled cut for the bottom section. So I'm going to tape these together and probably screw them together so that way I can do both pieces at the same time, and that way they will match when we go to put them together. I'm going to take this over to the miter saw and then make those two 5-degree cuts. All right, so I have my miter saw set at 5 degrees, and I put a little stop here because then I'll cut the one, I'll flip it over and cut the other. And I don't want it to come all the way to the top. I'm only a little over halfway, and so like I said, 5 inches up is what I ended up doing. I did recess the screw. That way when I flip it over, it sits flat on the bed of the miter saw. So we'll cut. Now for this, I want the sides to sit flush, so I just have a scrap of 3/4 inch, 1x that I'm gonna mark. It's really the sides that are the issue, so I don't necessarily have to mark the bottom because I'm using a piece of 1/2 inch plywood for there. But just to make it consistent, let's just do all sides, and we'll just router the whole thing. All right, now we're over to the bandsaw, and I'm going to just take away most of the material here. And like I said, we'll finish off this section after we have the sides put on there, because then we can make it match just right, but we'll do this top section right now. All right, so next I'm going to make the rabbets on the sides of the pieces, and I'll just test fit it with this. I made a little test fit, so I got it just right, but should slide in there so it's snug, but shouldn't have to force it. All right, so now to make that 5-degree cut on the top and bottom of these. All right, I just took it back over to the dado blade and made this shoulder cut a little higher, so that way it'll fit into the dado that I've already cut. So it'll slide into there, and I can make the height of it the height that I want. All right, so we have our sides cut, and they're fit into those dados. What I'm going to have to do is now I can take this apart. I still am going to have to make a dado for the plywood on the bottom, and I'm going to make it probably the exact same width as there, but I'm not going to use the router. I think I'm going to use the table saw, because I can do a through cut on the table saw. And instead of using the dado blade, I'm actually just going to use the regular blade and ease it over till I match that up. So I'll take it over to the table saw and do that. All right, now this dado is going to be at a 5-degree angle already, so I still have my blade set at the 5-degree angle, and then I can make that dado running through there. And again, mark which side that is the side for the dado, so you don't inadvertently cut the wrong area. That should go in there. Oop. See, I'm even putting it in the wrong spot. There we go. So dado's going to go right there, and this one will go right there. It's going to have to be at an angle that is the same angle as the bottom of this. Okay, and I'm just going to go over to the spindle sander real quick and even those edges and sand them. All right, so next I'm over the drill press, and I'm going to take the two pieces apart, take that screw out that's been holding them, and I've switched the Forstner bit over to the drill press, and then I'll finish off the holes for those dowel rods. All right, so now we have all our pieces cut. I did make one mistake where I made the dado for the board just a little too wide. So when I did the bottom, all I did was make the rabbet a little thicker. So compensate, and nobody will ever know that except for me and you. So if the pieces don't fit the way they're supposed to, that's a little snug, and I can just take a shoulder plane, shave just a little bit off, and it should slide right in. All right. Little glue, a couple of clamps, and it's ready for the finish. So I'm going to make a separate video for the kids, and we'll just paint this up, and then I'll at the end of this video I'll show the finished project. So if you like what you see, click subscribe, and thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. Take care.